Get this, according to the episode, the economic collapse occurs during Donald Trump's presidency. Before you argue that Trump is not the current president, consider the fact that this former president is also contesting for presidency in 2020, so you can connect the dots from there. Spoken like a true conspiracy theorist, right? Well, chances are, if you're watching this video, you're also quite the conspiracy theorist yourself, aren't you? Number 3. World War III. On November 22, 1987, a special episode of The Simpsons aired on The Tracy Ullman Show. And although it was very, very hilarious, there might be a hidden message in there somewhere. Before you accuse us of grasping for straws, consider the fact that many of the accurate predictions made in this show were sometimes simple side notes that nobody really paid attention to. Anyway, the episode centers around Homer Simpson repeatedly pranking his family with World War III scares. Many times during the episode, he would wake them up, asking them to rush into the fallout shelter, as if it was the end of the world.
It's World War III!
Would a makeshift shelter in the house of an ordinary American man shield him and his family in the case of a nuclear fallout? We'll leave that for the Mythbusters to figure out. While this episode was considered satire, on the eventual occasion that a serious conflict between the world powers begins to play out, many American households could find themselves reenacting the scenes in this episode. As it stands, we are way closer to this Third World War than we were when the episode aired. First, we had a World War scare in 2020, before the virus came. Secondly, if you study world politics very carefully and the many, many conflicts that have erupted in many places around the world, you will see that our world is not at peace. Although we are not at war, we are far from experiencing a peaceful existence. Could 2024 be the year when everything reaches its peak and all the nations bring out their big guns to wipe everybody out? We certainly hope not, and we advocate for peace in every country where war is currently ongoing. Number 2, Barbie movie release and Trump's arrest. Although this one is not really a prediction for 2024, it still deserves a mention because of how astonishingly accurate it is. You could call it an honorable mention. Remember when Trump got arrested on the same day the new Barbie movie came out? Well, The Simpsons predicted that many, many years ago. An episode in season 5 of The Simpsons features a scene where a news anchor delivers the news of the uncanny coincidence between the release of a new Barbie doll and a president's arrest. In this episode, titled Lisa versus Malibu Stacy, news broke of the release of the rip-off version of the Barbie doll. After giving an extensive 28-minute report of the Barbie doll release, the news anchor casually mentions that the U.S. president had been arrested just before closing the show.
Though it was unusual to spend 28 minutes reporting on a doll, it's just really fascinating news, folks. Good night. Oh, and the president was arrested for murder. More on that tomorrow night.
This is reminiscent of the circumstances surrounding the arrest of former President Donald Trump on April 4, 2023, an event that went underreported, as many news outlets preferred to focus on the new Barbie movie. How could this real-life event be so related to a simple fictional comic series? We really cannot tell. This occurrence is a testament to the strategy employed by the media, where much attention is given to an